Volkswagen's new facelifted Vento is here, and VW is lining up not one, not two, but 5 new cars for you over the next 24 months. It's Renault's new entry hatchback for the Indian market and a special chat with Carlos Ghosn, the boss at Renault. So hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of CNB. I'm Siddhartha Nayak Partner. With me is that new facelifted Vento from Volkswagen. It has been anticipated for some time now after we saw the facelift on the Polo. Well, you kind of knew that this was around the corner, and as you can see at first glance itself, it looks really mature and grown up now. This and the rest of the big strategy from Volkswagen now, that's coming your way. It's the second coming for Volkswagen in India. The brand entered the market with plenty of promise but has faltered badly since. Well, now it has big plans again. VW will launch 5 cars over the course of the next 24 months. Leading the charge will be the new Vento. That's facelifted new, of course, and not a new generation. So it's familiar looking, but has a new hood, a triple slatted chrome grille, chrome strips in the front and rear bumper, and tailgate that make the car look wider. Chrome also on the door handles, folding mirrors with indicators. And inside, the palette is new, though the layout is the same. And VW says that mileage is up 7.5%. Up next will be a sub-4 meter sedan based on the Vento. The idea is to break into the Honda Amaze and Maruti Swift Dzire segment. VW is calling it the new compact sedan, or NCS, but we do expect one of Volkswagen's global nameplates like Bora to make an appearance on the car. After bringing us the first generation of the new Beetle, finally VW has decided it should indeed give us the current generation car too. So the Beetle will also drive in, but as a direct import, likely with just the 138 bhp 2-litre diesel. Also likely to lead with the 2.0 TDI is the next generation Passat sedan. Built on VW's MQB, the new Passat will be a welcome addition, though pricey and therefore limited in numbers, we think, topping off at just around 30 lakh rupees. Also on the MQB platform will be the second generation of the Tiguan. The compact SUV you see is the first gen, and the second gen will make its global debut around the end of the year. So expect that to be the last of the 5 launches. Also expect a premium price tag on that one too, between 22 and 26 lakh rupees, but the new Tiguan will have a 7-seater option. To begin with, the announcements that you have made today, of course, are significant from the point of view of the company, but also from the perspective of the industry itself. For some time now, we've been waiting for that big announcement from Volkswagen. What sort of position do you think these decisions will put you in?
I think for us it's not a big announcement in itself. It's part of a strategy, and India is on the priority list for Volkswagen. And it needs, for us as a strong brand, as we consider us, it needs a strong product portfolio. So this is a first step to bring that into place, and it will just be one milestone on our road into India that we are going to go.
When you talk about that growing demand, Michael, about the customer looking for a larger, a little more premium, a better appointed product in the hatch space, Isn't that again an opportunity for Volkswagen? Because globally, that's pretty much your bread and butter segment. It's what you're known for in many markets. You know the car I'm talking about, the Golf. I mean, do you see potential to at least start thinking in that direction, given what's happening in the market?
It's step by step. First, we see in the current hatchback segment where we are with the Polo, we see 15% of our people buying a GT car, which is a fairly expensive choice in that segment. That means people are willing to spend that amount of money if they can have a car which offers outstanding qualities in terms of driving, in terms of security, safety, etc. On the other hand, I'm a little bit doubtful because if I look at the current Golf segment, so to say, it's not existent. We have to really watch a little bit what the customer is doing. Cars in that segment currently are fairly expensive cars, and they're very limited numbers. So I see still more room to grow from where we are, and then see what happens.
One last point, Michael, that I would like to ask you about, and I haven't intentionally saved it for the end, but it's sort of turned out that way. When you talked about, in fact, in your presentation earlier, when you were talking about how you cannot simply not address the SUV space in India, there was a lot of buzz around the Taigun concept that you showed at the Auto Expo. It's clearly a segment that continues to show growth. There are new models getting announced every few days over there. Can Volkswagen afford not to be there? Because it's not part of your list of 5. So
Volkswagen is seeing, and not only Volkswagen, is seeing a great interest of customers in SUVs of all sizes and in all countries, more or less. It's the same. Interesting. Why? From my perspective, it's not so the off-road element, it's more the seating position, the safety element of these cars, and also roominess. And Volkswagen is now in the process of developing a larger suite of SUV cars in different segments. And our entry into that segment in India is coming, let's say, from a higher segment with a Tiguan to demonstrate the capabilities. And you can be sure that this is one of the most prominent fields we're concentrating our forces to bring that then down into the broader and lower segments as well.
All right, so it's a top-down approach, and then in the future we'll see more
exactly.
happen. That's encouraging. It's a positive note to end on as well. Thank you for speaking to us. All the best for the 24 months that you spoke of, and then of course beyond that as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
I think I'm most excited about that Tiguan finally coming to the market, and that's probably going to be the last of those 5 models, but lots to look forward to. And yes, the Vento does look a lot more grown up, and the new grille, the new headlamp, it all looks more high-end too. On that note, let's slip into a short break. We're back with plenty more. Welcome back to CNB. Now on to that car that you want to see. There are more details that we have now for you on the new hatchback from Renault that will sit below the Pulse. In terms of strategy, this is pretty significant for Renault here in India, and for the group as well, or the alliance. You will now see this platform getting used by Datsun as well in the future. So what are all the plans, and what about the car itself? Let's find out. It's a bold move, but one we've been expecting for some time. Renault always wanted to take on market leader Maruti Suzuki in the fiercely cost-competitive Alto segment. It's a space ruled by Maruti for decades. Hyundai tried breaking into it with limited success with the Eon, and even Renault's alliance partner Nissan has gone in with the Datsun Go and Go Plus. The Kwid is a 5-seater hatch built on Renault's CMF-A platform for compact cars. And the styling is necessarily crossover-like, with black cladding running all around the car. There are some smart design elements. The face and hood are reminiscent of the Duster, and the headlights and fog lamps again invoke the SUV theme. A cool touch is the indicator embedded into the cladded wheel arch. The rear, though, is a bit plain looking. Inside, you get a spacious cabin with thin yet comfy seats. The rear seat belts appear to be without pre-tensioners and aren't retractable, which is a pity. The plastics on the dash and doors feel good, and they've been finished well too. I especially liked the AC vents, and then there is the large 7-inch screen media nav system, as Renault calls it, which offers you connectivity and navigation options. The simple digital instrument cluster is also nice. The car is powered by a naturally aspirated 3-cylinder 4-valve 800cc aluminium motor, but Renault won't share further details except to say that it will be the most fuel-efficient petrol in the segment, and the Alto 800 is already at 22.7 kilometers per litre. Renault's bid is credible as it is backed up by a solid plan, or at least so the company says. It currently has 157 dealers. That number will hit 205 by the year end and 280 by the end of 2016. This will allow it to reach more potential buyers in Tier 2 and 3 cities and also allow more visibility for its cars. More cars are expected on this CMF-A platform, including the next Datsun model, the Ready Go.
Mr. Carlos Ghosn is a name that's very familiar to us here in India, especially on Indian television. He is the man who heads the Renault-Nissan alliance in India today, though, very specifically for the new product from Renault. Thank you for speaking to us. It's always good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
And it's great that you're here for such a special occasion, because the car behind us is what brings you here. It's a very significant announcement for many reasons, but most crucial perhaps, from the way we look at it, is the fact that you once again take a stab at what's always been seen as this very strong citadel for one brand, Suzuki. Is this the right product? Is this the credible product, you think?
I think it is, but obviously it's going to be to the Indian consumer to make the final decision. It's an important event for us, first because it's a completely new platform. It's the A platform, and this platform is geared toward global markets. Now, this is the first car coming out of a new platform, and this is a car for the Indian market, but with ambitions for other markets also. I think this is a proving ground in a certain way. This is a huge segment of the Indian market. 25% of the Indian market is made by products like the one that Kwid is going to be challenging. And for the moment, we have absolutely no offer. So this is the first offer we have on this market. We have two main competitors. You mentioned one of them. Obviously, the task is to come better than these competitors on everything which matters for the consumer: fuel efficiency, functionalities, size, volumes, navigation systems. All of these things are going to be mattering, and we think we have a strong product.
Game changers in their own sense. But I remember the last couple of times we've met, we've spoken specifically about CMF-A and the whole modular plan. When you look at it from the perspective of the market, of course, it allows you flexibility in terms of products and body styles. In this particular end of the market, which is so fiercely competitive and where each cost matters perhaps more than in higher segments, does that advantage play up for you? Because even this is not just a regular hatchback; it's got attributes of an SUV, a crossover. Does it allow you to play around a little bit more?
Without any doubt. I think the objective that we have is to bring an attractive product, still competitive on pricing. We didn't want to do another Me Too car. We just wanted to come with an attractive design, a lot of functionalities that don't exist with competitors, and still maintain the price very attractive. We're talking about 3 lakhs as entry price for this product, which is taking in consideration the pricing existing in India will be very competitive. But on top of this, we have a very nice design, we have a top-level fuel efficiency, and we have a great navigation system, 7-inch screen. You have a lot of things that are going to be really special for the consumer. And you know, at the end of the day, we're going to have to measure ourselves product against product with competition.
But you've said very clearly that the car sits between 3 and 4 lakh rupees, which is of course just the sweet spot. As you mentioned, if you go above 4 lakhs, it's pretty much over.
You're not relevant.
You're not relevant. Yeah. Now, that consumer is aspirational, is of course value conscious at the same time. It's a very similar proposition that you spoke of when you drove Datsun into the market. How will the two sit next to each other?
Well, I think if you want to really be successful in India, I'm meaning really, you need to have a platform based in India. You need to start from the beginning, from the gene of the product, and develop the product with the Indian market in mind. Obviously, this is based on a lot of skills, not only Indian skills, but also French skills coming from Renault, Japanese skills coming from Nissan. We gather the best experience we have worldwide. We fuse it with the creativity of our Indian engineers in terms of frugality, and we came with this product. And we think it's going to be a strong product. Again, that's what we think. What matters is what the Indian consumer thinks.
Datsun's had a slow start, and there's been all this talk about safety issues related to the brand. How much of that would you be very conscious of when you go forward? Because today, yes, we don't have the strict regulations on safety, but the government says that they're coming, so you have to be future ready anyway.
Well, we said from the beginning that this car should be extremely competitive on safety within this segment. It will be offered with an option, with an airbag option already from the beginning, and it should be, if not equal, certainly better in many safety features than the existing offer on the market.
Mr. Ghosn, you, I think, are one of the few people who will always acknowledge even your mistakes in the market, and you say that you learn from them. One of the things you've said today is that there will definitely be no more cross-badging between Nissan and Renault in India. Could there be cross-badging between, let's say, Dacia and a product like this, globally, outside India?
In fact, what we want to mean is on the same market, you will never have the same product with two different brands. Okay? The same product can have a different brand outside a market. That's possible. But we'll never have on the same market the same object with two different brands.
But keeping that in mind, then, how aggressive will you be with your export targets? Because a lot of your plan now in India also rests on really huge volumes coming from this market itself. So for the Alliance, and especially for Renault, what kind of export focus would you like to adopt?
The priority of the product is India. We may have some export, not as a continuous stream of export, but particularly to test some other market with this product before we start to produce this car in other markets. You know, I don't believe on the fact that you can, on a continuous base, export cars systematically in a large market. If you're being successful, you need to really build a plant and localize your product in this market. So Indian capacity in Chennai will be particularly focused on the Indian market and the surrounding countries. But they're not going to be a systematic and significant export from India to other markets for a very simple reason is we think if this car is successful in other markets, we're going to have to localize it.
All right, one last point before I let you go, sir. The talk about how the Indian consumer continues to evolve and continues to change. There's been an acceptance now for more premium products, while of course segments like this will continue to thrive. Do you see space then to once again test the market with flagship products? I know you've had an experience with the Fluence and the Koleos, but the new products, they're really catching on globally. There's a lot of talk around the Kadjar. Is there space for that?
No, I think there is space for that, particularly in India. Everybody is expecting India to have a significant growth for the next 4 to 5 years. We're talking about 6 or 7% growth, which means that 5 years down the road, India is going to be a different market from today.
We keep pushing that expectation. The last few years, we've been waiting for something to happen.
But I think today you can sense the hope existing in the Indian society, and we can feel it with our colleagues, entrepreneurs and business people. So I think it's real. So if you have a 4 or 5 years of 6, 7% of growth, in 5 years, India is going to be a different place. And I think it's going to be an opportunity for more premium product. This being said, at the same time that premium products are going to develop, you're going to open space also for more people who today don't have a car to buy a car, which means this segment will continue to be strong.
We've had a great association, so I always look forward to seeing you. But I have to ask you, what's going to bring you back to India?
Oh, many events, hopefully. Many new cars, many new events, and hopefully, new investments.
That's promising enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. So you got a good look at the facelifted Vento from Volkswagen on the program today. Please tell me how you like that car. And you know what? While I'm here in Sachand, just outside of Pune, where the Vento is made, I thought, why not show you another car that's also made here? No, it's not from Volkswagen. It's from Mahindra. It's the facelift of the XUV 500. The car is right here with me, but I'm not going to show it to you just yet. You know what? We'll show it to you on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. on CNB Bazaar Buzz. Something for you to look forward to in the week that's coming up. On that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Please take care, wear your seatbelts, wear your helmets.